So dear cadets, today I am going to teach you what is the difference between self-pollination and cross-pollination. Try to understand. At the beginning of video I have shown you one diagram, okay, with the help of NCERT book. They are nothing but a diagram of flowers which are showing the self-pollination and cross-pollination. Okay, so yesterday you have seen what is the meaning of self-pollination and cross-pollination. So just see, if those knowledge only you summarize in the tabular form, your difference between self-pollination and cross-pollination is ready. What is the self-pollination? If the pollen lands on the stigma of the same flower, if the pollen lands on the stigma of the same flower, that is known as self-pollination. If the pollens land on the stigma of another flower of same plant or that of different plant of the same kind, okay, yesterday only I explain you that the flower of one plant means pollen of one plant can pollinate the flower of another plant, but it should be of same kind. Same kind means mango pollen can pollinate the flower of mango plant only. It may be the same plant, means flower may be on the same plant, or it may be on different plant of same kind. Different plant of same kind means mango plant only. Okay, plant may be same or may be different, but it should be of same kind, means same species. Okay, that is the meaning of self-pollination and cross-pollination. Another one is, it is possible in bisexual flowers. What is there? Self-pollination is only possible in bisexual flower, and cross-pollination is possible in any unisexual flower only. So these are the basic differences between self-pollination and cross-pollination. And just see, one more question is there. Draw the diagram of flowers showing the self-pollination and cross-pollination. So remember that diagram only you should make, which I have shown you at the beginning of video. Okay. Now let us have more idea about the pollination, fertilization, zygote formation, embryo formation, and some another thing. Okay. So dear cadets, now just see more idea about the pollination and fertilization.
Flowers are the most beautiful part of the plant. Sexual reproduction.
The processes of pollination and fertilization in plants can be depicted with the help of this diagram. Anther produces pollen grain that, by the process of pollination, reaches the compatible stigma. Pollen grain germinates and gives rise to pollen tube. Pollen tube reaches the ovule and fertilizes the egg. After fertilization, zygote is formed. Now let us see the process of pollination and fertilization in plants with the help of this animation.
Flowers are the most beautiful part of the plant. Sexual reproduction in plants takes place with the help of flowers. The main reproductive part of the flower is the stamen, and the female reproductive part is the carpel. The stamen is a cylindrical stalk-like structure which consists of filament and anther. The anther consists of pollen sacs. Each pollen sac contains numerous pollens. When mature anther dehisces, pollen grains are released from it. The mature pollen grain is a double-cell pollen structure composed of outer exi and inner intake. The female reproductive part of the plant, or carpel, is divided into three parts: ovary, style, and stigma. The ovary of the carpel bears the ovule, which encloses the female gamete. An ovule contains one or two protective coverings called integuments. The integument has a small opening called micropyle at one end for the entry of the pollen tube. Integuments enclose the nucellus, which is a protecting mass of tissue. Inside the nucellus, embryo sac is present. During the maturation phase of the embryo, 3 of the nuclei form the antipollen cells. At the micropylar end, 3 cells are formed. Out of these, 2 are synergids, and 1 forms the egg cell. In the center, a large central cell is present, which contains 2 pollen nuclei. During pollination, many pollen grains from various plants are deposited on the stigma of the flower, and only pollen of the same species grows in the pollen tube. The pollen grain absorbs the sugary secretions of the stigma, swells up, and ruptures. A pollen tube grows down into the style, deriving nourishment from the tissues of the style. A mature pollen grain that reaches the stigma of a flower contains 2 nuclei, a generated nucleus and a tube nucleus. Within the pollen tube, the generated nucleus divides mitotically to produce 2 male gametes. Thus, there are 3 nuclei sharing a common cytoplasm. The pollen tube continues to grow towards the ovary by resolving the tissues with the help of enzymes. The pollen tube reaches the embryo sac through the opening of micropyle. The tube nucleus, which has directed the growth of pollen tube, now degenerates. Now pollen tube enters the synergids and releases its 2 main nuclei. One of the nucleus enters the egg cell and fuses with the nucleus of the egg cell, while the other nucleus fuses with the central cell to form endosperm cell. Altogether, 2 fusions occur in the cell, which is termed as double fertilization. After fertilization, the flower serves its purpose. The stamen, petals, and style wither and generally fall off. The calyx of the flower withers and may either fall off or remain attached, like in the case of apple and guava. Ovary enlarges and becomes a fruit, while the ovule develops into seed, which later gives rise to a new plant.
So dear cadets, just now you have seen one animation related with the process of fertilization or zygote formation. So that process was very lengthy. Just see, I have summarized in very simple language, and just you see in the video one place I have shown you one of the figure related with the formation of zygote and fertilization process. So in the support of this question, you should make that diagram also. So just see what is the process, explain the process of fertilization or zygote formation. So just see, for the explanation of process of fertilization or zygote formation, following things are happening. These are the steps by which fertilization occur. Same thing is there in the video also, but they have explained in very detailed way. That much is not required for you. So what is the first step? Pollen lands on the stigma of pistil. This is only pollination. This is only pollination. So what we can summarize? Fertilization cannot take place without pollination. If pollination is there, then only fertilization will be there. Okay. So the first step. What is the second one step? Pollen germinate and form pollen tube on stigma. Okay. So once the pollen lands on the stigma, it will germinate and form pollen tube. Okay. Second one is pollen tube goes into ovum of pistil. So that pollen tube, it will go to the ovum of pistil. Okay. What is the step number 4? Germinated pollen Germinated pollen is nothing but a male gametes goes into the ovum of pistil through pollen tube and fertilize the egg. In ovum what is there? Egg is there. What is there? Egg is there. What is the egg here? This is female gamete. What is this one? Female gamete. Okay, so it goes, male gamete goes there and fertilize the egg, that is the female gamete. Fusion of male and female gamete result into formation of zygote. So when male and female gamete fuse together, they form zygote, and this zygote develop into another structure that is known as embryo. So just you write these steps. It is very simple process. You should write in this way, and in the support of that one, those two diagrams of fertilization or zygote formation you should make. So in this way, today I have taught you two things: the difference between self pollination and cross pollination, and the second one I have shown you the diagram. So those diagram means diagrams showing the self pollination and cross pollination. Those two diagrams you should make, and now this question answer you should write and you should make that diagram. So now in this way today's video is over. So now I am not giving you question because already these two questions answer you have to write. So one question which I have not written here, you write. Draw the diagram of flower showing self pollination and cross pollination self pollination and cross pollination. Okay, so please do this one. Just see those two diagram, everything is there in the video only. You have to open the video and you have to make the diagram. Okay, thank you. Tomorrow I will teach you the fruits, okay, and formation of seeds. Fruits and formation of seed will teach you tomorrow. Thank you.